Halo guys, kembali lagi di channel BadRush. Jadi hari ini kita akan melanjutkan lagi ya setelah kemarin kita nge-review sedikit soal 3.7 karena yang dimunculkan juga baru sedikit sih. Jadi sekarang sudah ada lanjutannya lagi, maksudnya sudah ada keluar event baru seperti biasa. Biasanya hari pertama itu emang belum event yang belum event yang utama ya. Nah, hari keduanya besoknya akhirnya muncul event baru. Nah, bentar. Yaitu yang ini soal TCG juga guys. Nah, Duel The Summoner Summit. Jadi ini soal TCG lagi dan memperkenalkan beberapa karakter. Ada Charlotte, terus ada Kirara, terus ternyata panah yang kita omongkan kemarin ternyata ada di quest yang ini guys. Nah, ini dia. Dan di sini nggak ada Yoimiya ya, berarti memang ini bukan panah buat Yoimiya karena ya emang nggak cocok. Yoimiya kan normal attack bukan charge attack ya kan. Jadi dia nambahin elemental mastery 40 selama 4 detik pas kalian ngehit pakai charge attack gitu. Oke. So jadi hari ini kita akan melakukan quest ini atau event ini, kayaknya ini story quest. Jadi ini event berkedok story quest ya. Jadi hari ini kita akan melakukan story quest di event ini. So langsung aja yuk kita mulai biar nggak usah terlalu lama. Langsung aja ke story quest ya. Comments a suspect Genesis. Let's go. Kita ke monster. Oke. Story quest bergedok event. Jadi kita udah di monster. Oke, langsung aja kita mulai. Karakter baru ada Kirara, tapi kenapa harus dari monster ya? Gue nggak tahu. Apa mungkin karena ada hubungannya sama TCG. Jadi ntar si Kirara bakal kesini malahan. Mungkin bisa jadi guys.
I didn't do any better. I was beaten by that little Timmy kid. I've only ever
Timmy
seen him out there feeding pigeons. No clue how he got to be such a good card player.
Kayaknya ada event TCG di monster. Jadi Saino pasti datang sih. Anjir, Saino ini terus ya, muncul terus ya akhir-akhir ini anjir.
Sounds like they were talking about a card competition. They must be talking about Genius Invocation TCG. Should be. But let's go ask Diona for details.
Mungkin kita bakal ini sih. Tanding tanding TCG sih. Ya, dan mudah-mudahan gampang sih guys. Nggak perlu susah-susah amat. Oke, langsung kita tanya Diona soal turnamen. Oh, itu udah ada karakter baru tuh. Udah ada Kirara datang nih.
Wait, what? Am I seeing double?
You have two tails.
Two tails?
Your eyes are working just fine. Yes, I have two tails. You want to pet them?
Wow, does it hurt when your tail splits into two? Which one did you grow first? Oh, and what do you do when they start moving around while you're asleep?
Oh, well,
sorry if those were tricky questions. I've just never seen anyone with two tails before. Who's Diona chatting with? From her outfit, Paimon would guess she's probably from Inazuma.
oh, don't worry, kid. I'm sure you'll be growing a couple of tails of your own in no time.
Suaranya tidak seperti yang gue bayangkan anjir.
Sure,
Tapi yang Inggris sih, nggak tahu kalau yang Jepang ya.
Your yokai power must be really strong if you can already take on human form. I was just climbing
Suaranya
a tree
suara
when another
mbak-mbak
tail
anjir.
popped out, just like that. People started calling me Nekomata, I think.
Yokai? Nekomata? No. You got it all wrong. My ears and tail are part of my cat's line bloodline.
Oh, so you're not a
Bukan hantu
monster
monster.
Mondstadt doesn't have anything like yokai. Is this your first time here?
Yep. Fortunately for me, the company I work for has been expanding, so I'm now getting the opportunity to travel to cities all over Tibet. Oh, it's been such a pleasure chatting with you that I almost lost track of time. I'd better get going, or I'll be late for my next customer. Diona of the Quetzline clan, your pickup is complete. Thank you for choosing Komaniya Express.
Great. Feel free to come hang out anytime.
Oke.
Do only yokai have tails in Inazuma?
Kakinya kaki kucing anjir. Nek Diona soalnya pakai sepatu sih, nggak tahu kalau dalamnya gimana. Cuma lewat doang anjir. Nggak kenalan anjir.
Traveler and Paimon! Hey, what brings you back to Mondstadt? Well, we figured it's been a while since we visited the Catskill, so we thought we'd come and say hi. Oh, and by the way, who was that just now? Oh, she's a courier from Komani Express. They're an international delivery service operating out of Inazuma. Huh? Is the Catskill doing international business now? No. A customer left some goods with us and arranged for Komani Express to pick them up. That's all. I didn't mind. You've been to Inazuma, right? Did you, see lots of yokai like her there? Right! But this is actually the first time we've ever seen one with two tails. Whoa! I'd love to go see for myself one day. Anyway, what were you two here for again? Did you need me for something? Oh, yeah! Paimon almost forgot. Do you know anything about a Genius Invocation TCG tournament? Apparently there's prizes and stuff. A tournament?
Dan seperti biasa ya, event ini kita bakal nyelesain story-nya dulu, baru mini-gamesnya kalau ada mini-gamesnya ya.
Big event. They even had posters imported from Inazuma. But
Jadi story-nya dulu kelar, baru
I didn't sign
mini-gamesnya.
up. I don't know all the details. Maybe try asking my boss. Got it. Well, with any luck, we'll win some
Oke,
more.
jadi di sini
And then
ada
we'll treat you to some
turnamen ya.
yummy food. Huh, what do you mean, luck? I'm the one who taught you how to play, after all.
Thanks,
That's
coach.
like it. Okay, you two should probably get going now. Head to the Fountain Plaza. My boss usually takes a walk around there at this time of day. All right, we'll go there right away.
Kita ke plaza. Oh, plaza itu ya cuma sini anjir. Bosh.
Hey, Margaret. We thought we might find you here.
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let me guess. Back to play some cards?
It's not like we only ever come back to Mondstadt to play cards.
Oh, really? I just assumed you were here to take part in the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
King of Invocations Grand Prix? Oh, that must be the Adventurers Guild one that Diana mentioned.
That's the one. Genius Invocation TCG has been attracting more and more players lately. The Adventurers Guild arranged for venues in every city to hold a regional tournament for the King of Invocations Grand Prix. The rewards are quite substantial. Mondstadt is already at the final stage, so I'm afraid you might be a little too late to get that prize.
Really? Oh, darn. We already promised Diana we'd treat her to some food with the mural we won.
It's all right. There's bound to be a next time. This card game came out of nowhere and has already taken the world by storm. Who knows where it'll go
Oh,
next?
udah kelar.
The game's creators must be ecstatic with all the
Malah kirain
success, don't you think?
baru mulai,
It's
guys.
unbelievably popular.
Makanya kita nggak bisa ikut.
And it only gets more fun the more people there are to play it with.
Well, you may have missed the boat on the official event, but there's
udah
also an
selesai.
unofficial tourney
Tapi
organized by
ada-
some players. Would that interest you at all?
Tapi ada apa namanya? Tapi ada turnamen yang nggak official gitu.
Unofficial tourney?
That's right.
Yang
With
nggak
all
resmi.
the excitement
Yang resmi
surrounding
udah
the main
kelar.
tournament, players can hardly contain their enthusiasm. So they've set up an unofficial tourney aimed at a larger player base. You can sign up at any time and play however many matches you want. They even have pre-built decks for players to use. Oh, and the rewards are pretty generous too.
Ooh, Paimon likes the sound of this. Thanks for the info, Margaret. We'll go check it out.
You're welcome. There are plenty of booths at the venue offering food and other fun activities, so it's definitely worth a visit. Who knows? You might even bump into some old friends there. Right. If there's nothing else you needed, I'll be continuing my walk now.
Oke. Jadi turnamen resminya udah kelar. Yang ada turnamen yang nggak resmi ya. Nah, itu ada karakter baru lagi, guys.
Tournament would have been as easy as pie. Just imagine it. Honorary knight defeats foes and emerges as
Nah, dia-
tournament champion. The headline
Ada ini nggak?
itself.
Ada
Do my ears deceive me? Or do you two have some
ada
breaking news to
visionnya
share
nggak,
with me?
guys?
Wow. Who are you? And why the heck are you eavesdropping on us?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times. Didn't even realize I was listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the
Reporter.
Steambird from Fontaine. I've been posted here to cover the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
The Steambird?
Never heard of
The
it.
Steambird
Padahal
is
kita
a
pernah
major
dengar.
news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and
Kita
widely
bohong,
acclaimed
anjir.
all over Teyvat. We even have
Ya
regular
dia kayak
colonists based right
inilah
here in
koran
Mondstadt.
lah, media lah.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What was that you were saying about some breaking news?
Oh, looks like I've managed to
Ya
pique your
ada
interest.
vision.
Well,
I guess
the
jadi
truth is that
sebenarnya
my
dia
keen
playable
reporting
nggak ya?
senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
Huge news stories. You sure your senses are reliable?
Absolutely. After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking around the competition venue, and his name is the Card Snatcher.
Card snatcher?
Anjir, pencuri kartu
He
anjir.
stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking. I was about to try and chase him down, but the next moment, he disappeared into thin air.
But why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist
Ya kan
to
nggak
dig
ada
up all
vision
the
ya, guys.
gory
Jadi dia
details
playable
and
nggak
turn
ya?
them into my very own exclusive news piece. So,
Soalnya
what do you
dari
think?
NPC
Want to join me in my quest to
beda lah.
uncover the sensational story that's hiding behind the scenes?
Bukan muka-muka NPC
That
anjir.
sounds interesting. But why us? Any reason you singled us out in particular?
Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer, considering you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti, a key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sakoku decree, and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
Okay, point taken. Yeah, it seems like we've ended up making quite a big name for ourselves, huh? Hey, we've got better things to do than listening to that.
I promise you, teaming up with me will be a great move for you. For starters, when my exclusive news article is published, you'll be credited as contributors. Not to mention that being in a news
Diajak
agency
cari
makes me
info
pretty well
anjir, jadi
connected.
jurnalis
That'll
anjir.
come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem. I could make that happen.
That actually sounds genuinely useful. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then welcome to the news crew. Ah, I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand, so it's nice to know that you live up to your reputation. But even nicer to experience it for myself. Now then, before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so I brought it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here. We just need to make a slight detour to drop off the Mora, then we'll be on our way. I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm talking about by now. From what I've heard, you're quite well acquainted.
Oh, it's someone we know? That doesn't narrow it down much. We know lots of people in Mondstadt. Never mind, just lead the way, Charlotte.
Oke, kita akan ketemu siapa nih? Let's go.
Who could it be?
Ya kan dia nggak ada vision lagi
One of
tuh
your
guys.
rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty well off to live in the city, right?
Kamu
That
siapa?
doesn't
Mona kah?
really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots of Mora.
Wow, I guess being a national hero earns you friends in high places.
Ketemu siapa anjir? Dia Mona kayaknya. Soalnya kita ke rumahnya
Here we
Mona.
are. Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Tapi ini eventnya kemana-mana guys, ada gambarnya Hutau juga.
Oh, so it's...
Ketemu
Who
Mona
is
kan.
it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've...
You must be Mona Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
Oh, dapat
She got
duit.
Mona's full name and title right on her first try. She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine. I hope it wasn't too much trouble.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow, sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Tibet, Mona.
Jadi artikelnya
Have
Mona
I never told
inilah
you?
laku lah,
I've
banyak
been
yang
writing my
banyak yang
column
baca
all things
gitu.
astrological for the Steambird for a long time now.
Jadi
The
dapat
chief editor
dapat
wrote to me
duit,
a
dapat
while ago
bayaran
about the
gitu.
bonus. Thank goodness
Dapat
it's
bonus.
finally here. I was wondering when it would arrive. Thank you, Charlotte.
Akhirnya punya
You make
duit
it sound
kan.
like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Classic Mona.
Aha! Perfect!
Iya, sebenarnya dia tuh punya banyak duit, guys.
Do the
Tapi
stars
sering
really have all
dibuat
the answers?
beli
The article
benda-benda
practically writes
aneh tuh
itself.
loh.
Mona's actually super rich. It's just that astrology research
Yeah.
is really expensive.
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that. What brings you back to Mondstadt this time, Traveler and Paimon?
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the card snatcher.
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invocations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology on your side. You'd know all of your opponent's cards ahead of time.
What do you take me for? No self-respecting astrologist would dream of abusing their beloved art for such crude purposes. Besides, it wouldn't be fair to the otter contestants.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a
Nggak mau
conscientious
curang.
citizen.
Well, yes, obviously.
Bisa memprediksi
Anyway,
kartu apa
if
yang
past
dikeluarin.
precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner. Especially if you're chasing after this card snatcher, was it? Sounds like bad news. Shall I take a glance at what you're up against?
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. Relying on your astrological skills for all the juicy details would make this story a Mona exclusive. But that's not quite the kind of exclusive report I'm going for here. But don't you worry. They call it investigative journalism for a reason. We journos have our ways.
All right, well, best of luck with your investigation then. Thanks again for bringing the bonus, Charlotte. Do give my regards to the chief editor. I will, and yes, we should. I'll hold you to that.
I think it's about time we started heading to the competition venue. The Mondstadt Regional Final should be starting shortly.
All right. Paimon can't wait to find out who the finalists are.
Oke. Mana lagi nih? Kita ke competition venue. Oke. Mana anjir? Loh. Udah. Udah loading di sini.
Wow. So this is the venue, huh? Seems pretty lively here.
Ada kaya.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Timmy sama
You
dia
made it to the
yang
final?
lolos final.
Wait, what about your work with the Knights of Livonius? You better not be slacking off again.
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Naturally, I wouldn't have considered entering the competition were I not already on top of my work. Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards. I can't think of a better way to relax outside of work. Can you? Oh, just be sure not to tell Diona I said that.
Well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far? You know, like people stealing other players' cards and that kind of thing.
Stealing cards, you say? I'm afraid I haven't seen anything of that sort. Not while I've been playing, anyway. Why do you ask?
Well, we just ran into this journalist from Fontaine and she... Huh? Where'd Charlotte go? She was right here, wasn't she? Oh, I bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself.
Journalist from Fontaine? Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do recall seeing a Steambird reporter listed in the Knights of Favonia's visitor log.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the
Lagi
tournament
memata-matai
venue,
itu, guys.
so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher? How very interesting. But one question, Paimon. Are you sure that cards are really what this snatcher is after?
Huh? What makes you say that?
Baka benar itu
Hello
kartu
everyone.
yang
Your
dikejar
attention
pencuri
please.
itu.
The
Nggak tahu
final is
sih.
about to begin.
Ngejar
Now,
ngapain
let's
nyuri
give a
kartu
warm
juga.
welcome to our 2 contestants.
Guess we'll have to leave it there. Let's continue this conversation another time. Don't worry. I will.
Kelas final kayak sama Timmy. Anjir.
So, Traveler, what do you think is gonna win?
Berarti sure Timmy will win.
Timmy seems to be a pretty strong TCG player. Either way, whoever wins is bound to make headlines. Wait, speaking of headlines, isn't that Charlotte's job? Huh. Maybe she got caught up trying out all the delicious Mondstadt snacks. Let's go look for her.
Oke. Si Charlotte tapi sepertinya sedang mencurigai seseorang. Kelompok lah lebih tepatnya.
Charlotte, what happened? You just disappeared without saying anything.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists. Don't you want to interview him or something? You did say you were supposed to be covering the competition.
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those two. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they must be plotting something.
You mean there are 2 card snatchers?
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need to wait until we've got something concrete. Then we can use my camera to catch them in the act. Huh? Wait! Where'd the other guy go?
He's on the run!
After him!
Huh? You seem like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
Kabur anjir.
He's heading toward Mondstadt's side gate. Let's follow him, but quietly. We mustn't let him spot us.
Oke, mulai mengendap-endap nih. Let's go. Oh enggak, kirain mengendap-endap. Cepat, cepat.
Now he's heading away from the city! How long are we gonna follow him for? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match!
Anjir, lari kemana coba?
Oh, there. Looks like he stopped. Let's sit tight and see what happens.
Why'd he come all the way out here? Is he gonna hide something? And now he's crouching down with his hands above his head. Wait! Treasure hoarders! He's in trouble!
Anjir, malah di
Quick, we need to
begal
rescue
anjir.
him!
Begal anjir. Demo player kah? Enggak ini.
Someone save me!
What are the treasure hoarders doing so close to the city?
You're exposed!
Steady as stone, as a dutiful maid would.
Hear my prayer!
Think you can bully me?
I must leave no...
Too easy.
Scatter!
Oke.
Are you alright?
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over for me.
Those treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Why would I know them? I was just out for a walk, minding my own business, and then the next thing I knew, I was surrounded.
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. You see, I'm a journalist, and I just happened to snap a picture of you and one other individual in the middle of a deal back at the tournament. I was only going to ask you for an interview, but that was before you caused all this trouble. And now you're feigning ignorance of the deal in question. Maybe I'm just wasting my time. Shall I just cut my losses and hand over the evidence to the Knights of Favonius?
Whoa. No, please. I'll talk. But you gotta believe me, there's nothing shady going on, I swear.
Wow, that was some serious huffing on Charlotte's part. She didn't take any pictures at all.
Back at the tournament, I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you offering? And when he told me the amount, well, my jaw practically hit the floor.
Really? What kind of card back was it?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a treasure chest design on it. I only bought it because it was dirt cheap. This guy offered
Jadi
me
cuma
3
cover
times
kartu
what
ya
I
katanya.
paid for it, and handed me the Mora right then and there. I could
Gambar
hardly believe
chest
my luck.
katanya.
So I
peti.
decided to head somewhere less crowded
Terus
and
ditawarin
check the
harga
Mora was
tinggi
real.
gitu.
That's when I ran into the treasure hoarders.
Did you ask him why he wanted to purchase this item from you?
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good Mora to make their decks look flashy. It didn't strike me as that unusual. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about, that's all the Mondstadt ones. Next stop, Liyue, or something like that.
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't. How certain are you?
I'm positive. I know what I heard. Once the card was in his hands, he suddenly relaxed like a huge burden had been taken off his shoulders. It was genuine relief. Could that card back really be as valuable as he thought?
That I don't know. But in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll
Tapi
go
nggak
speak
ada
to the
hubungannya
Knights of
sama
Favonius right
pencurian
away.
kartu. Apa ya?
It sounds like that guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is the person you're after, Charlotte?
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there is going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for
Aneh
a
sih,
few card
itu.
bags bought from a grocery store?
Ya itu
My gut tells me
over
that
kartu
there's
apa
more
kok
to this story
dibayar
than the
mahal
card back
gitu.
alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
Ooh, treasure! Maybe the card backs make a treasure map. You know, collect all the pieces
Ya,
put
soalnya
together
gambar-
and they reveal where the treasure is buried.
Gambar
Who
ini
knows?
guys, gambar
But wherever this
peti.
leads, we're definitely
Jangan-jangan
onto something. Even though I
mengacu
didn't
ke
manage to get a good look at his face,
peti yang
his
asli.
physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's the same guy. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many potential witnesses around.
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next, right? Paimon can't wait! We have tons
Oke,
of
jadi
friends in
next
Liyue,
kita
too.
akan ke
Wait,
Liyue
shouldn't we check
karena
in with
Mondstadt
Kaya before
kartunya
we
udah
leave?
diambil lah.
Paimon at
Dan
least
orang
wants to
itu
find
yang
out who
beli
won the
tadi
final.
mau ke Liyue
Good idea.
dan katanya
Let's go.
ada apa namanya? Ada apa namanya? Ada lanjutannya yaitu yang di Liyue itu. Jadi kayak apa namanya, covernya itu ada seriesnya, seri monster udah dia dapetin, terus dia mau ke Liyue buat cari yang seri Liyue gitu. Iya, yang aneh kenapa cover kartu aja dibayar mahal gitu loh. Terus
I hereby
pencuriannya di
declare
mana
the
itu masih
winner
belum
of the
tahu sih.
Mondstadt Regional Final of the King of Invocations Grand Prix
Kalah kayak.
is Timmy!
Wow, Timmy won! That's amazing!
Kayak kalah.
I was beaten by the best. Temmie's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time. It's all right. You don't need to comfort me. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it? Enchanté. I'm Kaya,
Enchanté.
cavalry
Siapa itu?
captain of the Knights of
Enchanté.
Favonius. I trust you're enjoying your time in Mondstadt?
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way, I couldn't help but notice you all rushing towards the city's side gate earlier. Did you find something? I couldn't get it off my mind, even during the competition.
Oke, kita ceritain kayak apa yang terjadi pas kita
I
lari-larian.
see.
So, it seems we have an answer to
gerbang
Kaya's
samping
question
ya.
from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs.
Yang
But we still
dicari
haven't
itu
figured out
ternyata
why he
cover
cares so much
kartu,
about them.
bukan kartunya.
Well,
Mas.
while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue Harbor, I'm afraid I still have my Knights of Favonius duties to attend to. In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening Mondstadt's defenses. Treasure hoarder activity has been increasingly rampant lately.
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything. In fact, if Charlotte's journalistic instinct is on point, you'll probably be reading her exclusive report in the Steambird before long.
Wonderful. Then I look forward to reading all about it.
Thanks for supporting quality journalism. Okay, let's take tonight off and head to Liyue Harbor tomorrow. It'll give me a chance to write down everything that's happened today.
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Orang
Maybe,
Sumeru
but
pula
very little is known
mukanya.
about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in
Ya,
fame,
apakah
I
mereka
don't know.
investor
But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably
Atau yang
just an
bikin-
artist's impression to
bikin
capture the general
TCG
look
ini?
and feel of the duo. Beyond that, I doubt it's very true to life.
Apakah itu
Sounds
Kaiba
like
dan
they're a couple
Yuki
of socially
di
reclusive
universe
scholars.
lain?
If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drinks.
I approve. And to top it off, you could play a few rounds of Genius Invocation with everyone.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. I was originally hoping to arrange an interview with them, but I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Mereka bikin tapi nggak pernah mainin lagi.
Either they
anjir.
don't want to play the
Aneh
game,
banget.
or they're unable to.
Apakah mereka
They
Kazukita
must have
Kahashi?
their reasons.
I
Almarhum
wonder if
udah
they'll
meninggal
show up
guys
at all
Kazukita
during the King
Kahashi.
of Invocation's Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about. Anyway, our focus is still on tracking down the card snatcher. I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying. If you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about all this later. Right now, it's time to get some grub.
You can always trust Paimon to know where life's priorities lie. If it's food you're after, I recommend taking a look at the nearby stalls. The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
Sounds great. Thanks, Kaya.
Oke. Alright, dan round 1 beres ya guys. Round 1 anjir, bukan egg 1 anjir. Oke, apa ini? Kenapa tiba-tiba loading nih? Wah, kita bisa lawan orang-orang di luar juga anjir. Oke. Duel the Summoner's Summit. Oh, ini mini gamesnya ya. Oke, mini gamesnya seperti yang gue bilang tadi ya. Kita akan nyelesain story-nya dulu, baru kita cobain mini gamesnya. Mini gamesnya ternyata di Mondstadt ya. Oke. Terus ini suruh ngapain? Pokoknya kita lihat besok kalau udah kelar story-nya ya. Oke. Alright. Oke. Oh, kita bisa lawan nih. Ini baru nih. Jangan-jangan mereka cuma ada di ini guys, cuma ada di mana di tapi kok cuma dia doang ya? Yang lain kok enggak? Apa ini jangan-jangan ini mini gamesnya? Oh iya. ternyata Frida, oh ini mini gamesnya guys, kita ini bisa kita tantang duel. Lainnya ada Mika. Ya biarin aja. Oke, jadi seperti itu guys untuk X1 atau ROM 1. Kita dapat desas-desus ada pencuri cover kartu ternyata ya, bukan kartunya, pencuri cover kartu yang apa ya, katanya gambarnya belakangnya itu ini guys, chest atau peti gitu, dan itu ternyata berseri, nggak cuma di Mondstadt, di Liyue dan dimanapun. Nah terus kita ketemu sama si tadi siapa namanya, Adrian atau siapa gua lupa, dia ternyata punya salah satu itu, tapi card snatcher kan pencuri kartu ya, tapi kok di sini dia nggak dicuri sih, dia dibeli apa namanya, kartunya yang harganya mahal, bahkan dia pun kaget kok harganya bisa semahal itu, padahal dia dulu pas belinya murah-murah aja gitu. Nah sekarang kita mau mengejar orang yang mau beli itu, dan sekarang dia pasti yang jelas sudah OTW Liyue, karena si Adrian bilang orang itu bakal mau ke Liyue untuk cari seriesnya. Jadi maksudnya setelah di Monster udah dapat, di Liyue dia mau cari cover kartu itu lagi. Nah pas perjalanan tadi dicegat sama treasure hoarder, jadi sebenarnya treasure hoarder tahu juga kalau cover kartu yang dimiliki Adrian sebelumnya itu emang mahal gitu loh, tapi kan sudah pindah tangan ke orang yang sekarang mau kita kejar itu. Nah sekarang kita akan mau cari orang itu, dan gua susnya orang itu jangan-jangan ini guys, jangan-jangan siapa, jangan-jangan si Saino, jangan-jangan bisa jadi loh, soalnya duit dia kan juga banyak anjir, dan dia kadang juga belinya, dia kan mau beli apa namanya, cover kartunya si Cafe juga mahal itu di event yang kemarin kan, jangan-jangan itu, soalnya dia nggak pernah nawar harga, malah kadang lebihin harga guys, jangan-jangan orang itu Saino bisa jadi. Jadi kita lihat aja besok gimana kelanjutannya, kita lihat dulu untuk eventnya, story passnya ada berapa ya. Nah ini story, oh storynya cuma satu, oh ada 4 ya storynya, dan kebuka 1 hari lagi. Oke, jadi misal besok belum kebuka pas gua record, paling gua bakal nge-record yang lainnya dulu. Oke, so hari ini cukup sampai di sini aja untuk round 1, besok akan lanjutkan untuk round 2, 3, dan 4. Pokoknya kita selesaikan dulu storynya, baru kita nyoba eventnya ya. Kita event, terus ini kita dapat apa nih, oh beli triple crown ya. Oke, itu dapat berapa nih, 1 doang ya. Wah anjir, gua punya 22, udah gua pakai 1 buat nilu 25, berarti gua udah menjalankan 25 event kayak gini anjir sebelumnya. Anjir, triple crown pertama gua BTW nilu guys. Terus kita dapat weapon ini ya. Oke, dan kita masih belum tahu Charlotte bisa dipakai apa nggak ya, maksudnya playable apa nggak, soalnya kalau dilihat dari desain modelnya dia nggak bawa ini guys, nggak bawa apa namanya, nggak bawa vision gitu, tapi dari keempat orang ini kayak Hutao, jadi mungkin besar kemungkinan kita ke Liyue akan ketemu Hutao, Inazuma ketemu Kokomi, dan ke Sumeru ketemu Saino. Jadi kayak sepertinya kemungkinan kalau yang beli itu Saino semakin mengecil guys, cuman nggak tahu sih, kita lihat aja nanti. Oke, ini kita tunggu storynya, update storynya, terus habis itu kita mainkan. Oke, so thank you sekali lagi untuk hari ini, sampai jumpa besok, and have a good day guys, bye bye.